Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to an unboxing. Partly already open, but anyway, there we go. I spoiled it all for everyone. But an unboxing of a box set that has come out next week. I think is the official UK.
The 24th.
And in June, is it for the US?
In the US, it comes out June 10th.
Yep.
I'd expect the box set to be identical for the US one, just with William Morrow on it instead of HarperCollins.
Yeah.
So if you are getting it, hopefully what you're looking at today would be the same box set. Now this box set is number 5 out of 6 for Christopher Tolkien's centenary. The last box set is The Great Tales, which is the Alan Lee.
And that's out in August, I think.
That's out in August, yeah. And that is, again, it fits in quite nicely with the others. So they should all look very similar and all go together. So obviously the other 4 were the History of Middle-earth books.
That Great Tales box set, that's a box set people have been waiting on for a while, I think.
Well, in the UK, we've had it in the US for
That's true.
years.
We have. Unfortunately, the US one wasn't the same size as
No.
So it's a pain in the. Anyway, this one is the same size, hopefully.
But today we're here to talk about the Myths and Legends box set, right, Andrew?
Myths and Legends. Now that's actually quite a nice name. So Myths and Legends is so the box set.
Push it back a little bit further on camera there. There you go.
There it is.
There we are. So what we've got in here is
that's a handsome looking box.
Well, we'll look at the box in a minute. So we've got Sir Gawain and the Green Knights. Now this is the same cover as the UK paperback, but it's never really been from HarperCollins, as far as I'm aware, in a trade hardback. The content of Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, I believe, is identical to the deluxe edition. So if you have the Green Deluxe Edition, everything inside is the same. But one of the things I really liked about the paperback version was the dust jacket. I just think it's a really nice dust jacket.
Yeah, the cover on the paperback is really nice, and so it's the same in the hardback. Yeah, that's very nice. I like that.
It's exactly the same cover.
Who's the? Do we know the artist for the cover, or do we not know who the artist is?
It's an in-house HarperCollins person. They're not really allowed to ever say who they are. I've ever asked before who the people are.
They're not allowed to take credit for their art.
Well, I want to send them an email and say thank you for doing it. But yes, I've never actually been told who it is. But it's an in-house artist. But it's really quite clever. And obviously, the only other real trade version is the original one, which is this one,
which is the first. That's the first book that Christopher Tolkien ever edited of his father's works with Sir Gawain.
It is.
That's a cool little tidbit.
So it's quite nice to have that in what is really a Christopher Tolkien themed series of box sets. And like I said, I really do like this cover. Now these are reversible. The next one isn't reversible. I think I mentioned that before, but you can see that. So I'm not going to put it on the cover, but it looks like this.
Oh, okay, that's interesting.
So it sort of fits in.
It's a big. That's a lot of letters on the cover there.
Yeah,
like it takes up a lot of space on the cover.
It looks more like the original Sir Gawain and the Green Knights. I think it's a bit more. And one thing that has come up on Reddit, I believe, was this issue, which we may as well just have a quick look at. If we look at the book, it has green end papers at the front, but at the back, it's like this.
It's got the pages. Okay.
Yeah, and I would have expected it would have had a green end paper on this page. This should have been green. So I'm just wondering whether something's gone a bit wrong and whether this should have been on there
Yeah, it makes more sense to have green end papers and then to have those 2 pages at the front of the book.
Or this page at the front, so that page here.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's all there. Everything's in the book, and it doesn't really.
The images of the pages aren't blurry, are they, Andrew? They look pretty clear.
Yeah, no, they're all
print quality.
Yeah, this is the same, I think, as the deluxe. This is what the
yeah.
deluxe looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And we can see who the printer is for people who want to know. It was printed in the UK. Well, that's why there's errors, obviously.
Harsh. That was harsh.
Is it Clay's that they had it?
No, it's CPI Group in Croydon. They've used those before.
I guess HarperCollins isn't using Clay's anymore, are they?
It's possible this was intentional. They just wanted to have end papers.
I don't actually think it makes any difference to me. It's only really going to be us who notice this, but it's really, really nice design, and it's not really. It's nice to have this as a hardback.
Yeah, because I really like the paperback, so I've been wanting a hardback forever. So I'm glad that HarperCollins finally came through on that.
Oh, I've been told that Mike Topping is the artist.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He is a HarperCollins artist.
Can you show me the inside of that dust jacket again for Sir Gawain? You just had it off for a second. What? The flip side of the dust jacket.
The reverse side.
The reverse side of the dust jacket. Yeah, that's what
nice green.
It's reversible.
Yeah,
nice green.
It's a nice green.
That'll go with the History of Middle Earth collection. It's
kind of
cool. They're still doing that, you know.
Yeah, it's kind of the same. That's like a same shade as like the War of the Ring sort of shade of green.
So there's that one, and then we get on to all I'll do. I'll show you the books, and then we'll look at the box itself.
Okay.
The books. So the next one is going to be the Legend of Sigurd and Gudrún. Now it's pretty much the same design as the one.
That's the 2009 hardback.
Yeah.
And then
there's the two together.
Looks like is it a little bigger or the same size?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It's a bit larger, as you can see.
It's not quite the same dust jacket. It's a little different.
It's a different color, and also it's slightly different picture.
It's a different carving. Yeah.
Yeah.
Carving. It's probably the same carving. It's probably just a different bit, because this was a really big carving that they had for.
And it's a whole door, isn't it?
For this, yeah, it's a massive big thing. It's a really nice carving.
Kind of.
So there's a horse on this one, whereas the new one is a soldier fighting. Looks like a dragon.
Yes, kind of fades to black at the top there too, unlike the 09 version.
Make his name pop out a little more.
And of course, inside again, it's reversible, so it's brown with Legend of Sigurd and Gudrún.
Are the end papers? Are they both tan?
Well,
they got those tan end papers.
They're tan. Yes, they are. They're the same.
Okay, so no manuscript, nothing in the.
No. So again, I think this is the. It's the same. I really like the illustrations in this. These are great. I can't remember the name of the illustrator. Who was it?
It'll come to me.
Yeah. But I really like these illustrations. They're really great.
Somebody who's watching will know who the illustrator is. I can't remember his name right now.
So this is a. Again, I'd imagine it's printed the same place. And I can't imagine it's going to be much difference in the text between that and this.
Oh, I'm sure it's probably
exactly the same.
Yeah.
So let's go on to the next one, which will be The Fall of Arthur.
Arthur's one of my favorite. Actually, one of my favorite Tolkien books. It's a pity that Tolkien never finished it.
Now this one does look almost identical, doesn't it?
Oh, really? That's just about.
Yeah.
The text of the title's smaller, but
it's so it is slightly different position again for this, but that's because they've moved around where they put Christopher's name on it. But again, and it's not that much thinner. It's a very similar sort of size when you put them together.
I'm gonna guess Bill Sanderson. Thank you I knew it
Bill
was
Sanderson. Yes. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, is
See,
it?
I think. Yeah,
I was like, is it Bill Simpson? I remember it was Bill something, but I couldn't remember his last name.
Bill did this one as well, so that's one of Bill's drawings as well. So again, this one has a.
Is it like a charcoal color?
It's a grey. Well, it's a grey color.
Hmm.
So it looks purple on the camera, but it's actually grey. I think again it's an underrated book, this one. So I'm actually quite glad that it's got a sort of reprint and it's come back out again.
Yeah,
I think it's a really interesting story that Tolkien did, and a lot of people, if you actually said, did Tolkien do anything about Arthur, they wouldn't really know.
No.
So it's nice to have this one as a representative of Tolkien's Arthur.
It's a frustrating story too, because it ends right as it's getting real good, and then it's there's no more.
Well, lots of stories of Tolkien's end like that, though, don't they?
Know.
Right, it's getting quite good. And then this is the last one, which is Beowulf. Now, they've redone the cover on this one. As you can see, it's a sort of textured. Whereas the original one was more just a solid teal color.
Yeah,
this one's a bit more textured.
It's a bit darker.
But obviously, it's the same dragon image that Tolkien drew. And again,
I like
inside, you've got the purple.
I like the purple end papers.
And this one again is
dark blue.
Oh,
yeah, it's the same as the Peoples of Middle Earth.
It's like a navy color.
It's Peoples of Middle Earth coloured. If you've got the original version of that book, it's the same colour. And so I like the fact that they do have the reversible jackets. Though I understand this is probably the last time they're going to do them. I don't know whether they were that popular with the general book, but I think they're very popular with us. I don't think they were that popular. Yeah, I don't think they were that popular with the general book buying. And I'd imagine that you get an awful lot of people probably not even know that they would never even look to see that there was.
We are the Tolkien buying public. Just the three of us. We keep HarperCollins profitable.
It gives me,
I think it's great. But
it gives me an excuse to buy two sets for the truly insane collector like myself. It gives me an excuse to buy two of them.
So they are nice, but again, I think this is probably the last one. But it'd be nice to see if they do some more.
You don't think they'll do the Great Tales with reversible?
No, they've told me already they're not doing the Great Tale. They're not reversible jackets.
Oh, breaking news. Okay, I didn't know that.
I'm pretty sure I put that on the site. So
okay, anyway. Must have missed it.
They're not. They're not reversible jackets. These are the last. So they're just ordinary, the same jackets as they've.
Oh well, that's a shame. I kind of was hoping to get some on those that last box set.
Yeah, it won't work, will it? If you're going to try and put them all together, you're going to have some without the reversible jackets.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's so. I think
Let's see the box.
Let's look at the box. Now, the box is absolutely. But I just think it's lovely because of course you've got all the different books. I really like that one. That one's really nice.
That's really nice. Yeah.
That's probably my favourite of the covers. They're all quite nice.
Be good if you.
And they haven't done Beowulf, so that's an interesting one. So you've got Fall of Arthur on the back.
Sir Gawain.
Sir Gawain was the best one,
and Sigurd.
And then Sigurd.
Nothing on the inside. Yeah, it's white on the inside.
It's white on so the inside's white.
I always wonder how they choose which one to leave out. I wonder if they're rolling the dice up there at HarperCollins, or if they're picking a number out of a hat or something.
Well, they've had to do that for the others as well, haven't they? They've all had to. Well, apart from the one that had 3 books in.
Well, they didn't
had to
do
that.
Beowulf, which is Tolkien's own illustration. So they probably cost cutting. They didn't have to pay the estate
Not to buy
Oh,
the
license
wow.
for that one.
to go Tolkien's illustration.
I'm totally joking. I am not. But, I think the other 3 go together really well. Like
They do. They do.
They are, and they're all. So they are all myths and legends, really, aren't they? They're all. Well, so is Beowulf, but these books do fit together under that theme quite well. They are. It is a good theme for them. HarperCollins have said to me that because these box sets are quite popular, even though these are the last of the Christopher Tolkien fate ones, there could be some more in future because I think they quite like them and they seem to be selling quite well. So
pretty well. Yeah, we were.
I can imagine we'll see some more box sets like this, but they won't be reversible covers and they won't be Christopher Tolkien memorial ones. So that's basically it. That is. I really like this. It's £100, and I think it's $150 US.
I think it retails for $150 US.
150. Obviously, in the UK, you can get it half price. If you want to buy it today, there's a half price sale on at the moment in the UK.
Yeah.
So you could buy it for £50. They don't seem to do that in America for some weird reason. I don't know why, but I wish they did.
The whole HarperCollins in America is just a completely different industry. It seems like so different marketing team, different editors. They have their own budget and make their own decisions, obviously under the leadership of the UK side. But and the website sucks compared to the UK HarperCollins
it really does.
shop and everything.
The US one, it's virtually impossible to find any Tolkien stuff on it. They try and hide it away as much as you can. Whereas in the UK, they don't hide it. They make it pretty obvious where it is.
Well, I'm glad that HarperCollins is going to think about producing more of these box sets. I mean, we can do a whole nother video. We can speculate as to what the new box
might be in them. It's the same thing with like the signature paperbacks as well. I think when HarperCollins started on those, they thought, well, we'll just do a few of them and see how the market goes. And now I think they're going to bring out everything in that format. Yeah,
I love the signature paperbacks. I think they've hit a home run with those. I really like those.
Those look good on the shelf together. They did a great job.
And I think they have with this as well. I think these are really popular. So why not carry on doing new books in this format? I'd like to see more of them.
The box sets kind of started because of the History of Middle Earth were no longer available for print on demand, right? They lost their print on demand source. The printer they were using wasn't doing trade books anymore, and they spent a long time telling us that they were looking for another print on demand printer and couldn't line one up. And so then eventually they switched and went to these box sets, which has actually been a boon. I think they're really popular. They're inexpensive compared to the print on demands. They look great. The reversible
jackets,
look
great.
Yeah.
They really do look nice.
They've done a lot of things right.
And together, when you put them all together, I think when you put the 6 box sets, once the Great Tales are on there, they look fantastic on people's shelves all together. Having got a little
6 box sneak sets. Peek up here. Let's see if I can point. I got them starting to line up here.
There they are.
A little bit off camera, but I'm looking forward to Great Tales as well.
We'll definitely do some comparisons. Definitely, we'll get we'll have Trotter get his camera back out, and we'll do some comparisons.
Yeah, well, I've got the US Great Tales box set as well, so I can compare it with those.
Yep.
Obviously, and we can compare them with the original, the UK editions when they came out. I think there might be some extra illustrations in there that are not in it. So I think it's not exactly the same. I think these Great Tales might have some extra illustrations in there.
I don't remember if I've heard on that one. Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, I
haven't heard if I don't know if Alan Lee's doing any new illustrations.
Well, we'll find out, and we'll certainly get people on the site to go through and check the old ones and see if there's any new illustrations and let people know about that.
Although
already,
maybe
I think the calendar might have some new ones as well, and they will be in the books.
Maybe the calendar and the books coming out around the same time. That's an indication. The Tales from the Perilous Realm, that could be that, we could see some sort of Tolkien fantasy box, maybe some sort of Tolkien fairy tale.
You could do the individual books, couldn't you? You could have Smith and Farmer Giles, and
because there's a mini box set.
So that is one that's a possibility. A larger one. You could do those. That should be very nice.
There's other things that are missing from these late box sets. There's Kalervo comes to mind. There's a couple of other there's a couple of other minor things that are missing, so that could be coming.
Yeah. So there are possibilities. I think it's more though trying to get some sort of common ground between the books. That's the hard bit, because you want to sort of have some pattern and not just random. These are the only Tolkien books we haven't done yet.
HarperCollins, they don't want to be like there's the U.S. mass market publisher Del Rey in the States here. They just kind of throw together whatever.
Whatever they've got, it's thrown in there.
They just call it like Tolkien miscellaneous, and they just throw together whatever.
They're like a Tolkien reader as well, because that was just whatever they had, wasn't it?
It's just whatever they had lying around. Yeah,
whatever they had in there. Yes. But anyway, I think that is probably as much as we can stretch the unboxing. I really like it. Obviously, I'm going to recommend that everyone goes out and buys one. And if you want to wait for the till June to get the US one, I think they're going to look the same. So they'll be they might be printed in America. I don't know what. Or they're just going to be the UK one shipped out there, but
I think
either way, I think they'll look the same.
I think with these HarperCollins is printing them all at the same place and just shipping them over to the US.
That would be my guess for this set. That's what's happened with previous ones.
So you should be getting pretty much identical. So hopefully you'll like that as well. But I think it's really good.
Looking good. Thanks for showing us,
Trotter. To the great tools. That comes out. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. And thanks for joining us.
Yeah, see you all soon. Thanks for joining us.